Microphone check 1, 2. What you gonna do after 3? It's your girl, Sheena Speaks, your coach, your friend, your wing girl. Welcome to the After 3 podcast where we drop 3 and you make moves. Today, we are talking about when leadership is theater. We're calling out performative leadership. Why? Because I know too many people who are silently suffering at the hand of bad leadership, and I'm sick of the show. It is time to close the curtain because somewhere along the way, we confuse titles with leadership. We hand out titles like it's free candy. We praise presence over principle. We promote charisma over character. And leadership became a stage. But behind the curtain, it's the teams that's carrying the real weight. We've applauded the costumes, we ignored the cast, and we sold tickets to the whole dysfunction. So let's talk about what's really happening backstage. Some of these leaders are leading from ego and insecurity, not impact. Secure leaders build people, but insecure leaders, they damage them. And these insecure leaders, they create fear-based environments. You get silence, not feedback. Compliance, not commitment. And some leaders love this because it's a form of control. They don't build high-performing teams. They build passive audiences, and that's just how they want it. Bad leaders create fake followers that only follow them because they have to. Remember back in the day when you had to be with a group of people and there were 2 team leaders who had to one by one pick who they want on their team? Not one of us ever wanted to be the last man standing. So I ask you this. If your team had a choice of who they wanted to be their leader, would they pick you? I don't know. I think you should think about that. Ask yourself. Ask your team. It'll be interesting to see what they say. And some of the worst leaders, they hold the highest titles. I swear, sometimes the higher you go up, the lower the EQ and the bigger the ego. Leaders who lead to prove something are leading from a wound, not wisdom. So let's stop clapping. Title isn't talent. Authority isn't impact. And being visible does not make you more valuable. Nobody's clapping for your KPIs if you bruise the people who got you there. So look, I'm going to give you 3 ways to be a better leader or sit down, please. First, build your people and they will build your business. Whether you're an entrepreneur with your own business or you're a leader within an organization and you have ownership over a department and the people in it. Sometimes you have those leaders that always just focus on relationships. And what you find is that people love them, but their people don't get no results. And then you have the other leader at the other extreme. They beat you over the head with whips, chains, and bottles, but they're going to get those results. But their people are beat all the way up. I'm talking about the leaders who have balance. People who know how to play to their team's strengths. They know how to give effective feedback and coaching. They recognize their teams. They catch them doing stuff right. And yes, they have empathy and they hold their team accountable because like I said in the last podcast, both can coexist. They're not afraid to have the hard conversations. They challenge their team members to grow. They connect their team members with other people and give them mentors. They stretch their people. That's what I'm talking about. Build your people and they will build your business. You're not a leader just because you have a title. You're a leader if the people are better because of you. Second, show up when it's hard and shut up when it's not your turn. You ever met those leaders who could say the right thing at the right time in the right way to the right person? I mean, their words are smooth like butter. They could deliver a line like a trained actor. I mean, every word is perfectly placed, but there is nothing real behind it. I call that junk food leadership. It feeds the ego, but it starves the team. Back in the day when we know someone was a talker, talking junk, we used to say, you talking loud, but you ain't saying nothing. Words without weight are just noise. They can get you the short-term buy-in, but they don't get the real buy-in or the build a real muscle. Leadership is not about the stuff you say and what you play on stage. It's about the work you do behind the scenes. So show up when it's hard and shut up when it's not your turn. And finally, I can't stress this one enough. Ask your team for feedback. If no one feels safe enough to tell you the truth about you, you're not leading, you're just headlining. I like to give my teams a safe space to give me feedback. And I use the model stop, start, continue. And it's a simple model that you can use during your one-on-ones with your teams. Toward the end of the session or the one-on-one conversation, just ask them, what do I need to stop, start, or continue doing to help you be productive this week? What do I need to stop, start, or continue doing to make sure you feel successful and engaged in your role? Now, I inherited a team, and you know when you inherit a team, that's a whole other ball game. The first thing I had to do was build trust, and they didn't know me, so they didn't believe me when I said, hey, I need some feedback. And I found out later, they told me, they said not one leader they've ever had ever asked them to give them feedback. So it took them a minute to get used to it. So they started off easy with the, well, you can continue to doing this, and you can continue to doing that. And I'm like, all right. I take it, but there has to be something you need me to stop. And then I would start rephrasing it. Like, what do I need to stop doing? Is there anything that I do that is not helpful? Anything that I'm doing that's getting on your nerves? Let me hear it. I'm here for it. And when those stops started coming, at first, and I remember it like yesterday with this particular team, at first it was more about awareness. And it was interesting because they were telling me to stop doing things that I actually thought I was being helpful. But I found out that I wasn't. Or I found out that, okay, that's helpful with this person, but that person, they don't require all of that. So getting feedback from my team helped me to be a better leader. I'm an effective leader today. And when I say effective, I don't mean perfect. I am an effective leader today, not because I'm so great. It's because of my teams. And some of those stops started coming hard too. And that's important because when they start hitting you with the uppercuts and it's like, okay. All right. Don't punish them for it. You got to keep it safe. Make it safe and keep it safe. So ask your team for feedback. Listen, real leadership is unsexy. Sometimes there's good parts of leadership. I love being a leader. But sometimes it is unsexy. It's gritty. It's sweaty. It's service. It's carrying weight when nobody's watching. It's being talked about when you got to make those hard decisions. It's not just about giving that speech when the curtains open. We have tolerated performative leadership for too long and neglected the people holding the spotlight. So it's time to shut it down and tell the truth. And if you're only here to be center stage, do us all a favor. Exit stage left and please sit down. If it hit, let it sit. It's your girl, Sheena Speaks, bringing you some leadership hard truths from Trifecta Strategies. Check us out at Trifecta Strategies on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Go to the website www.trifecta3.com, and I'll see you next time.